welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I'm your host, Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us, viewers. Remember to share our live stream. We are live on Facebook, Real Talk with Saeed. Like and share our page, viewers. Also on YouTube, TT Real Talk. Subscribe. So, viewers, this is something we do every night. We ask of you to share our live stream, viewers. So, if you can't make it home in time to watch our program from 7 to 8 p.m., you can always watch it on Facebook while you are traveling or while you are driving. I'm sure you're going to have a phone holder in your vehicle. But nevertheless, I also want to encourage you, viewers, Real Talk Financing is offering you 4% on our fixed deposit. Remember that. No one else does it like Real Talk Financing. We are the only financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago is offering you 4% on our fixed deposit. The good thing about this fixed deposit is that you do not have to wait 5-10 years for your maturity date to collect your interest. When you sign up a fixed deposit with us, you are getting your interest up front. That is the good thing about us. You're not getting part payment, you're not getting 6 months payment, you're not getting a 3 months payment. No, you are getting all your interest up front. And I am proud to say that. Being the Managing Director of Real Talk Finance and the President of Real Talk Credit Union, I'm proud to say that to you, Trinbagonians. We are here to make sure you enjoy the benefit of your hard labor. Yep. So only at Real Talk Financing, we do that. So as we start off our program tonight, viewers, highlights of the budget. Minimum wage to increase by $2 from $20.50 to $22.50 for public sector employees only. Finance Minister Claudia stated that due to a rise in the minimum wage last year, it was not feasible to address non-public sector employees' wage at this time. Listen to this.
Over the last 9 years. Sorry, Mr. Deputy Speaker, my apology. I apologize, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Over the last 9 years, we have systematically increased the national minimum wage in Trinidad and Tobago to its present level of $20.50 per hour. However, we recognize that any increase in the national minimum wage has its pros and cons. While it brings comfort and an improved standard of living for those at the bottom of the income scale, an arbitrary increase in the minimum wage can create hardship for small businesses and for marginal enterprises. It can even lead to retrenchment, closure, or reduced working hours, thus cancelling out its benefits. Madam Speaker, we have therefore decided not to make any further increase in the national minimum wage at this time, especially since the last increase, just last year, was of the order of 17%, and small and medium enterprises are still grappling with the challenge of managing that increase. However, the government, as the largest single employer of people in the country, is acutely aware of the difficulties endured by persons earning the minimum wage. Accordingly, while we do not wish to place additional stress on the small business sector at this time, while continuing to review the national minimum wage for an increase in subsequent years, we will increase the minimum wage earned by public sector employees from $20.50 an hour to $22.50 an hour, an increase of $2 per hour or 9.8%.
Ember stated that MTS worker, URP, and other public sector workers will benefit from this increase. This increase will cost the government $75 million and will be effective November 1st, 2024.
This increase will benefit 5,100 workers at MTS, 6,900 workers in CPEP, and 6,200 workers in URP, among other minimum wage workers in the public sector. Particularly for MTS workers, Madam Speaker, such as security guards, it will put as much as $500 per month of additional tax-free income into the pockets of this very hard-working group of workers. This increase is expected to cost the government $75 million in fiscal 2025 and will take effect from November the 1st, 2024, 2 months from now.
So now, viewers, for the next 3 years, period 2020 to 2022, the government has decided to offer public sector workers an increase of 5%. This increase is estimated to cost the government an additional $475 million per year in recurrent expenditure, with back pay up to the end of 2024 estimated over $1 billion. Hear this one.
However, as a responsible government, we cannot allow the refusal of the PSA and the NUGFW to accept our offer of a wage increase for the 2014 to 2019 periods to delay negotiations for other public sector trade unions who represent more workers in the public sector for the next bargaining period. Accordingly, I have today instructed the Chief Personnel Officer to make the necessary preparations to commence negotiations with those trade unions who accepted the previous 4% offer for the next triennium, that is for the period January 2020 to December 2022. For the next 3-year period, 2020 to 2022, the government, even in the face of our challenging financial circumstances, has decided to offer public sector workers an increase of 5%. This increase is estimated to cost the government an additional $475 million per year in recurrent expenditure, with back pay up to the end of 2024 estimated at well over $1 billion. It will be difficult to find the money to make these payments, but we think it is only fair and just.
Now, Trinidad and Tobago, 2024, $1,000 book grant will be repeated in 2025 using the means test. The book grant comes at an estimated cost at $20 million.
Book grant. As I stated earlier in my budget statement, the $1,000 book grant given in 2024 assisted 20,000 needy students to defray the cost of school books. And we shall repeat this book grant, this $1,000 book grant in 2025. Using the same means test that we applied in 2024, this is estimated to cost the government $20 million.
Tax amnesty. It was stated that taxpayers will get one last opportunity to put their house in order and pay up the outstanding tax before the Trinidad and Tobago Revenue Authority is in full operation without being subjected to penalty and interest. Both the tax amnesty and the NIS amnesty will run from October 1st, 2024 to December 31st, 2024.
Tax amnesty and NIS amnesty. Tax amnesties over the years have proven to be a valuable source of additional revenue and have generated billions of dollars in payments. We do not wish to encourage tax avoidance, but now that the Privy Council has ruled in the government's favor with respect to the constitutionality of the Trinidad and Tobago Revenue Authority, which now allows us to move apace to populate and operationalize this new authority, we will give taxpayers one last opportunity to put their house in order and pay up their outstanding taxes before the TTRA is in full operation, without being subject to penalties and interest. We also recognize that some businesses are still recovering from the effects of COVID-19, and we shall also give an amnesty for national insurance payments. Both the tax amnesty and the national insurance amnesty will run from October the 1st, 2024 to December 31st, 2024. We do not expect to give any further tax amnesties after the TTRA is fully up and running, as we expect much better compliance from all taxpayers once the new arrangements for tax collection are in place. Taxpayers are therefore urged to take advantage of these amnesties, as they may not see them again.
So Trinidad and Tobago, get your house in order, because I have been telling you about the Trinidad and Tobago Revenue Authority. When that comes on stream, let me tell you something, it is going to be even harder for us, you know. It is going to be even harder for us as a citizen. But nevertheless, if you think I'm joking, wait for the couple months to pass by, and then you will see how serious it is. Tax exemptions. An attempt to reduce carbon emission and meet the 15% reduction by 2030, Finance Minister Colin Imbert have stated that all taxes will be exempted from electric vehicle charging equipment from January 1st, 2025. So those of you who have the electric vehicles and you're using the equipment that is originally manufactured for those electric vehicles to charge your vehicle, you're going to be exempted tax, which is a good thing, because we're trying to keep the economy green and not dry. So as we move on, viewers, for the next few days, we're going to bring you highlights of the budget. We're going to break it down for you to understand the goodies in the basket, as one would say, goodies. But what good is the goodies if it's not good? It's just a plain and simple budget this year. Nothing exciting for anyone. Nothing. But nevertheless, we will bring you updates. All sporting equipment will be exempted from tax and duties, with the exceptions of clothing, effective 1st of January 2025. So if you're into sports and you import your own stuff, well then that's it, you get an exemption. The Ministry of Finance, they issue $3 billion in interest-bearing VAT bond with a target date for issuance on January 31st, 2025. More bonds for you? A small and medium enterprise owned refund will be paid in cash by December 31st, 2024. At least we get back some tax money. Yep. Some tax money. Magdalena Hotel to be sold or leased in 2025. However, a $56 million will be spent in renovation that is underway. So $56 million is going to go to a hotel in Tobago to renovate. And then maybe they're going to put it up for sale or lease. No increase in social grant. The government currently spends over $5 billion on social grant every year. And at this time, because of our financial situation, it is not possible to increase any of those grants. However, within a few years, as the cross-border gas starts to flow and revenue increase, we will improve the situation. The most vulnerable will be able to benefit from this, but don't keep your hats on your head, because we never know how the cat does turn its tail in Trinidad, so to speak. Agriculture, what did agriculture get? Have agriculture been boosted in Trinidad and Tobago over the years? No, no, no. Minister of Finance Colin Imbert have stated that a comprehensive review will be conducted on all items used in agriculture, so that uncertainties and all that remains in definition and law pertaining to tax concessions for agriculture will be removed to make the industry truly tax-free. Listen to this.
You will be aware, Madam Speaker, that we have, as a policy, decided to make agriculture a tax-free industry. In this regard, we have made several amendments to our tax laws over the years to achieve this objective. However, there remain ambiguities and nuances in our tax laws, which lead to different interpretation and arguments as to what qualifies as agricultural goods and equipment and what does not. These arguments can defeat our policy objectives. Accordingly, in consultation with the Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Fisheries, I propose to conduct a comprehensive review on all items used in agriculture so that we can remove any and all ambiguities that remain in our definitions and laws pertaining to tax concessions for agriculture to make the industry truly tax-free. We expect to complete this review by December 31st, 2024, and since it will require amendments to a series of laws, this measure will take effect in the first quarter of calendar 2025.
So Trinidad and Tobago, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, you're going to get more updates from the budget. That was presented by Clong Imbert after this.
Become a member of Real Talk Credit Union, now located at number 14 Coroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Open a fixed deposit with Real Talk Investments and get 4% on interest with interest payment being paid upfront. Get in contact with us at 238-6716, 231-6219 or 339-1670. Real Talk Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited. Plant a seed today for a better tomorrow.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Coroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery. At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
So Trinidad and Tobago, welcome back to Real Talk. Remember, we at Real Talk Financing, we are offering you 4% on our fixed deposit, viewers. Remember, nowhere in Trinidad and Tobago you're going to get 4% on your fixed deposit. Nowhere you're going to get your interest up front. They are not going to give you your interest up front nowhere in Trinidad and Tobago. So contact our office, viewers, set up an appointment, come down and talk with our officers, and get the ball rolling with your interest payment up front on our fixed deposit. So as we start back our program tonight, Trinidad and Tobago, Chaguanas Chamber of Industry and Commerce President Baldat Maraj have stated that while the increase in minimum wage for public servants from $20.50 to $22.50 is welcome, this should be implemented across the board to avoid creating further equity between public and private sector workers. Maraj added that one of the chamber's key disappointment was the non-implementation of early anticipated forex facilities for the SME. Nothing that agriculture remained a crucial sector for Shoguners. Maraj said the chamber was concerned by the insufficient allocation for agriculture development. Sawa Business Association President Abraham Ali said, Embert spent over 5 hours emphasizing what several ministries did in the past, but what the population expected was far from him to deal with crime more extensively. Meanwhile, Public Service Association, the PSA President, Leroy Batiste, has accused the government of making a mockery of the public sector workers by offering them $2 increase in the minimum wage. You know, it's sad, you know, boy. It's really, really sad, you know. But nevertheless, this is man all in love. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? When you're in love, you know. It doesn't matter what he give you, you're swallowing. Embert yesterday said the public sector workers will earn an additional $340 per month. But Batiste scoffed at his offer, questioning how is $200 more a month going to change a man's circumstances. Will it put more food on his table and pay his rent? It's sad, $200. And then they go tax you on that. So what you really going home with? What are you really going home with Trinidad and Tobago? Like I said, this budget was for the man just stand up there, read what the government did, and that's it. No new implementation for the next 5 years to come in Trinidad and Tobago. No changes, no growth. Now, like I said, Embert said our country has grown in the last 3 years before COVID. I challenge any one of you in Trinidad and Tobago to go to Central Bank and ask for the GDP growth for Trinidad and Tobago for the last 5 years. The last 5 years, and see where we went. Moving along, Finance Minister Clongenberg has allocated $6.113 billion to the Ministry of National Security in the 2025 budget. To date, National Security has received $66.95 billion over the last 10 years. Embert has presented a fiscal package. Addressing crime in the budget, Embert said the Police Service Special Anti-Crime Operation Unit will immediately address home invasion. He also promised higher visible of officers with a substantial increase in police vehicles. Embert said that the enhanced police presence, the police service is seeking to advance its fleet by 2,000 vehicles over the next 3 years, with 500 new vehicles in the first phase. Listen to him.
To enhance police presence, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service aims to expand its fleet by 2,000 vehicles over the next 3 years, with 500 vehicles expected in the first phase. Building the capacity of our police force is crucial, and the police service plans to focus on specialized training for officers with ongoing development efforts at the police academy. A new training facility will be established at Kamuto to support both new recruits and the continuous development of serving officers. While the road ahead may seem challenging, I wish to emphasize that every effort being made is driven by a deep-seated concern for the well-being of every citizen. We understand that behind every statistic is a person, a family, a community that deserves to feel safe and secure.
You know, Trinidad and Tobago, for a small 2x2 country, 1.4 million people, for billions of dollars to be circulating in national security, it's a sad thing that we do not have crime under control. It's a very, very sad thing. Every constituency in Trinidad and Tobago has an MP. We have a councillor. We have a police station. But yet, crime in the community could never done. How come? Who is taking bribe? Who's collecting money? How come there are 41 MPs that spreads across Trinidad and Tobago, and not one MP could say about their community the proper way? Ministers living in community, we have bad road, we have broken down bridges, we don't have proper sidewalk, we don't have proper box drain, we don't have proper street light, we don't have proper internet service, we don't have proper communication service, we don't have proper water in the community. But we have 41 MPs spread out through Trinidad and Tobago. Imagine that. Imagine that. These MPs and them seem to be sucking gander egg. You know why? They cannot seem to fix their community. They can't. How hard it is for a minister to see about his constituency. How hard it is for the Ministry of Finance to release money to fix the road in the community where the minister passing, where the councillor passing, where the police passing. How hard it is. A country big as 1.4 million people with billions of dollars being spent on national security, and the crime in the community cannot fix. How come? Talking about crime now, it is alleged that they have held 3 policemen in connection with the kidnapping of the businessman from Felicity. 3 policemen. Imagine that. So now, when these policemen go before the magistrate, are they going to get bail or not? Because they are extorting money. They are extorting money from businessmen. So we have listened to the new Minister of National, in the Ministry of National Security, the Coal Pot man, the man who said he will ride his bicycle to go to work, and we have never seen him ride a bicycle. Not even a picture with him on social media circulating. But he said there's a plan for extortionists. And extortionists, kidnapping is also extorting. So I'm waiting to see now if these 3 policemen will get bail. We are waiting to see. We are waiting. But nevertheless, let me tell you something in Trinidad and Tobago. If MPs in community in Trinidad and Tobago see about their community, see about their constituency as man, let me tell you something. We have better roads. We have better box drain. We have better bridges. We have better street light. We have better water supply. Do they care about you? Do they care about you? Ask yourself that. 41 MPs, millions of dollars have been allocated, and we can't seem to get it right. We can't seem to get it right. So listen to this now. The other promise includes purchasing 2 search and rescue surveillance fixed wing aircraft, drones to assist with surveillance and search and rescue, and the continued upgrade of the country's other listeners.
There continues to be a need to fortify maritime defenses, while also improving land-based security measures. By focusing on both prevention and enforcement, the ministry aims to create a more secure environment, safeguard the nation's borders, ensure the safety of its personnel. In the 2020 to 27 period, in this context, the following is planned for execution. Purchase of 4 patrol launches and 8 high-speed interceptors to aid in border security and safety of life at sea. Purchase of 2 search and rescue surveillance fixed-wing aircraft. Purchase of unmanned aerial vehicles, drones, to assist with surveillance and search and rescue, and continued upgrade and maintenance of our Daman and Austral vessels.
So Trinidad and Tobago, We are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, there's lots more in store from Klong and Burt and the budget after this.
Become a member of Real Talk Credit Union, now located at number 14 Coroni Savannah Road, Chagonas. Open a fixed deposit with Real Talk Investments and get 4% on interest with interest payment being paid upfront. Get in contact with us at 238-6716, 231-6219 or 339-1670. Real Talk Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited. Plant a seed today for a better tomorrow.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Coroni Savannah Road, Chagonas or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
So welcome back to Real Talk viewers. Remember, we at Real Talk Financing is offering you 4% on fixed deposit. We are the only one that is giving you upfront interest, viewers. Remember that. Only at Real Talk Financing you're going to get that. So if some other financial institute telling you you're going to get 4.5%, ask them how you're going to get it. Ask them how. The good thing about us is that you're getting it upfront to enjoy the benefit. Yep, that is correct. A lot of people, when they open fixed deposit with us, they have made down payment on cars, they have made repairs to their house, some went on vacation, some put away schooling money for kids. Yeah? They made use of their money, upfront interest. And that way they are sure that what they set out to do 10 years, in the next 10 years I should say, they are actually doing it before 10 years. As soon as they sign up with us, your check cleared, your money cleared, and trust me, you're getting the interest up front. A lot of them have been doing that thus far because they realize I could die with my money in the bank and I ain't inherit it. Ain't inherit the benefits. You understand? So what they are doing, they are contacting our office, they are setting up appointments, they are investing. You know why? Because they are getting the interest up front. We're not like others, and I am here. I'm going to tell you something. I am not here to follow, I am here to lead. I am here to lead. That is what I am doing. And very soon you're going to hear about Real Talk Credit Union, third location. But I'm not saying anything as yet. I'm not saying anything as yet. I help you to grow your money. That is what I am doing. This is what I am doing. I am helping you grow your money. I am helping you manage your money. I am helping you set standards with your money. With your money, yes. Your money. Because why? You work hard for it. You work hard for it. So, opposition leader Kamala Prasad-Bisasa does not believe any of the statistics, data, or any of the promise made in 2024-2025 budget presentation laid in Parliament on September 30th. The leader knocked promises that Finance Minister made for improving the national security, including 2,000 new vehicles for the police service, body cameras, and questioned what has the ministry done with the $60.83 billion it received since 2015. Listen to this.
Begs the question, what has this ministry done with the $60.83 billion it received since 2015? What have they done? Minister also wants to buy 4 new patrol boats and 8 high-speed interceptors. Like they have a thing with boats. From the time they came in, they keep trying to be hostile boats, whatever. They have 30 boats right now doing what? Parked up. What are you going to buy? 4 new patrol boats, 8 high-speed interceptors. What are they going to cost when you have 30 boats sitting down there parked up for repairs and they are not fixing them? They're not repairing them at all. If this government could not make improvements regarding the crime situation with $60.83 billion, why would anyone believe that the $6.1 billion allocation today will cause any improvement?
So Trinidad and Tobago, she also dismissed plans for road infrastructure projects, saying it was nothing new. And when asked about property tax, to which the minister said 89,441 property owners has already paid. Now Trinidad and Tobago, he said more than $91 million in revenue. She said that also was based on one lie. Listen to this.
Again, so many of the same repeated road infrastructure projects from previous budgets. Nothing new, nothing new. Most of their projects are repeated since 2016 and have not been delivered. I mentioned before the Toko Highway is non-existent. The Manzalina Highway is non-existent. I mentioned Maruga, and our MPs here will tell us the same about that Maruga Road. All roads in bad condition. The new projects being mentioned are just Mamagai. He's saying that the money will go to the local government bodies, but it's not going there. So again, it's a lie, cry, Mamagai, deny. It's not going in there. Khadija, where is it going? Under the district revenue offices. So it's not going to Superior Regional Corporation or Diego Martin Borough, whichever one. It's not going. It's going to be controlled by Minister of Finance. And the history of this Minister of Finance has been they don't release monies.
Now, viewers, Kamala described the 5% wage increase to workers in the public sector is insulting, dismissing this is an election gimmick. You're the one to see about that. Now listen to this.
The insulting 5% and $2 on minimum wage is an insult to offer to workers 5%. Undoubtedly, some PNM-aligned unions will praise this and accept, but the majority of workers know that the cost of living has increased far more than that, and this additional 1% from the wicked 4% to 5% is an insult. The $2 increase in minimum wage is too small. It will not match the rise in the cost of living in our country. It is purely an election gimmick. $25 an hour, I would have chosen as a realistic point for minimum wage considering the cost of living at this time.
Imagine Trinidad and Tobago, 5%, Prasad-Bisasa will lay an official response to the budget in Parliament on October 4th. the office of the Prime Minister, Parliament, and other office of the President all received increased allocation for fiscal 2025 in the 2024-2025 budget. So how it is now, the President office and the Prime Minister's office could receive an increased allocation. For what purpose? What is the Prime Minister's office doing and what is the President's office doing? What is the purpose of the President's office? Did they increase staff? Did they increase more food? Did they increase more bodyguards? What was the increase for Cloggenbut? Why increase the Prime Minister's office? Why increase the President's office? Why did you allocate more money to them? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. We have $2.6 billion gone missing and still nobody can give an account for it. So I am asking the question, did Cloggenbut talk to anyone in the Ministry of Finance, in the Central Bank, to tell Jaiwanti Ramdas that you cannot get access? Cloggenbut, it's a shame. It is a stinking shame that you are the Minister of Finance and you cannot come to arrest this problem. Because $2.6 billion in taxpayers' money has gone missing. People seem to forget that. We seem to be carried away with other issues that is taking place in Trinidad. But your $2.6 billion has gone missing. Right now, we are under the European Union watch as funding terrorism. So my question is, did $2.6 billion go to fund terrorism? That is my question. And I am the only one in Trinidad and Tobago asking that question. The only one, nobody else. No press, no other TV station, no radio station. Nobody else is asking that question. Where did $2.6 billion go? Did it go to fund terrorism? Because we are being watched for funding terrorists and terrorism. It's sad, you know, it's sad. According to the drafts estimated for recurrent expenditure for the financial year 2025, the Office of the Prime Minister allocation increased from $568 million $489,400,000 in fiscal 2024. Here is jumper to $778,796,200 in 2025. Almost. It's sad, you know. Almost $200 million increase. It's stinking sad. This represents an increase of $210,306,800. Why the increase? What was done to the Prime Minister's department for this increase? Is it another way to filter money? I don't know, I'm asking. Why the increase, Cloggenbut? Why the increase? They have no money to fix St. George's School. They have no money to finish schools. But you allocate money for an increase for the Prime Minister's office. What the hell them doing there? What about the President's office now? With respect to the projected increased expenditure for the cabinet-appointed bodies, the majority of $35 million figures of $28 million was allocated for the National Security Council, which is chaired by who? No other than the Prime Minister. So he has gotten another $28 million increase in that department. Why? Tell me why. Could Cloggenbut come out and give us some specifics as to why $28 million more was allocated to the National Security Council? What the hell they did in the last 5 years gone by? Not a damn advice on crime. but $28 million increase. You want to pay property tax. Otherwise, they will seize your property. Yes. All you play foolish. All you play I love Clongenbird. When Clongenbird eating in them big restaurants, all you working day and night to pay. All your loan, all your light bill, all your water rate. It's sad, you know. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break here. But when we come back, I'll give you some more figures. Stay tuned.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the blaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real public concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtor Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtor Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Become a member of Real Talk Credit Union, now located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Open a fixed deposit with Real Talk Investments and get 4% on interest with interest payment being paid upfront. Get in contact with us at 238-6716, 231-6219 or 339-1670. Real Talk Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited. Plant a seed today for a better tomorrow. When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Now, Trinidad and Tobago, other members of the NCS, including the Attorney General, National Security Minister, and the heads of all protective service. The allocation for security service at the Office of the Prime Minister was decreased slightly from $1 million to $1,100,000. There was also a decrease in the allocation of officers overall traveling from $2,900,000 to $1 million. The decrease is from $1,100,000 to $1 million. Only $100,000 decrease. Imagine that, $100,000 and they're talking. The allocation for the hosting of conference, which increased from $650,000. Trinidad and Tobago, let me read this. I want you to understand this. The government have no blinking money, okay? They don't have none. They can't fix road. The minister in education said they may have no money to fix St. George's. I believe that was the school with the flooding and with spent 10 million on, right? She said they may have no money. None. They can't afford to build this school. Trinidad and Tobago, all listen to this cock and bull story here now. The allocation for the hosting of conference was increased from $650,000 to $20 million. Put that in a damn pipe now and smoke it. An increase in conference fee from $650,000 to $20 million. Where did all this money come from? Where did all this largest let's just say, viewers, 19 million more, 19 million plus dollars was allocated more to conference keeping. Who is getting cut from this money now? Who is getting cut? All I tell me, Trinidad and Tobago, all I want to hear the truth, all I hearing it. Open all your ears. Say, Klong, we love you. 3-4 months from now, Klong sending people to take your house and you will still buy Klong and love you. $19+ million was allocated to conference, but they may have no money to fix St. George's School. They may have no money to buy material to pave the road. The parliament allocation was increased. Well, hear this. From $137,873,000 to $140,107,640. Where all this money coming from? Is this part of the $2.6 billion that went missing? I don't know, we're asking. I don't know. Probably that is why Klongenberg now maybe send a message to somebody in central bank saying, don't give Jaiwanti access to the check clearance system because we might get catch. I don't know, I'm asking. I'm asking. Klongenberg, come out and feel good about yourself. Come out and feel good. Because $2.6 billion gone missing, Jaiwanti can't get access to the check clearance system to prove whether you telling the truth or not. Because some big boy in central bank is telling them no, they can't get access. But you know what? $19 million gone for an increase in keeping conference. While the European Union watching us now for funding terrorists. Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If all you don't be careful with all your property, if all you don't be careful of the loan all you're paying for all your property, if all you don't be careful of the property that all your grandfather gave down to all you, and all your father gave down to all you will sleep on the damn pavement. Trust me, on the damn pavement all you will sleep. Because Klongenberg went to parliament. Let me tell you how this man is with all you, and all you love him. The man went to parliament to bring a legislation to charge you $5,000 if you fail to pay property tax. And you know how they swing it? It's a criminal offense if you don't pay property tax. All that stupid. Where's the union leaders of Trinidad and Tobago? They're either blind, deaf, or dumb. Because I'm going to tell you this. Why am I saying that? They are the union leaders in Trinidad and Tobago. They have a union. They have people underneath them that they're standing up. But what exactly are you standing for? What exactly? To bargain for 4% and get 2%? What exactly you are representing, the head of the union? What? Your workers might get a house loss. Your workers just now won't be able to pay light bill and water rate. But all are big in the dance. With as this one, as that one, as the next one, as the union leader. What purpose is serving? What purpose is serving? I'm going to tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. You can't get more real than this, you know. You will tell me $19 million more. Go on to host conference. $19 million more? What the hell kind of conference we keeping? We get gold spoon or we go and sit down? A real gold spoon? Call her good night.
Night.
Hello?
Hello, good night.
You're live. Go right ahead.
in the program. The informative program is nothing.
Thank you, my friend. Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you something. We're going to end up in bankruptcy, you know. The draft estimator shows the opposition leader office and the office of all 41 MPs of the House of Representatives were the main beneficiary of the increase. The former saw its allocation increase from 3,400,000 from 3,500,000. You understand? So 100,000 increase. The latter allocation increased from $36,500,000 to $37 million. Trinidad and Tobago. Let me tell you, it's only money Clongenberg talking, you know. Clongenberg only talking about money, you know. But the thing is, all the money you're talking, this getting, that getting, the next getting, where is the $2.6 billion? And why hasn't Jayanti Ramdas checked the check clearance system? That is a big question. We are being labeled as funding terrorists, and nobody seems to fix that. Nobody. Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you something. I am the president of Real Talk Credit Union. It's a newly opened credit union. We have 2 branches in Trinidad and Tobago. Very soon we're going to have a 3rd branch, and very soon we're going to be opening credit union outside of Trinidad and Tobago. We are the first to do it. I am proud of that. I am proud to say that. Very, very proud. Not boasting, but proud. I'm also the president of a lending center. We lend money to anybody. Anybody. So I know about money. I know about money. I've been in accounts all my life. I've been around money all my life. And one thing I just always say, God bless me, I give to do spirit work also. So people can't fool me. And I just tell anybody, you want to jump my ship? Come on. Jump it. But I hope when you get something that this ship given, you don't say nothing, you know. Because you jump my fence, you're seeing God's face. Somebody good son will be lying down on my property. I just tell kidnappers and bandits and extortioners, all I run in, you know. Because I'm afraid to get all your blind, you know. I'm afraid to decay all your body, you know. I line all I know one time. I am not the normal businessman that I have out here. Nah. I am not the normal businessman that I have out here. I will light a light, and the Spirit of God will deal with you. When they make an attempt to kidnap my son, when they try to extort money from me, 3 of them blind, 1 dead. I will always say it, and that is our lesson. That is our lesson for extortionists to know, don't come wrong side. That is our lesson for bandits to know, don't come wrong side. I will deal with you. So viewers, let me tell you something. When I'm having fun and teaching all of the real thing, time is fly. But nevertheless, our rerun of this program is tomorrow, 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. And we'll be right back here for another night of Real Talk with Saieed Ali as we go live again. Until then, be safe.